In Eccles, Earlham, Pendleton and Caddershead, sleet, rain, snow and hail until I'm fucking dead. Look upon me, Jesus, and that's why I'm stuck at this bus stand, waiting 30 minutes with a man whose hair looks like it's been scanned. My body's aching and my time is at hand. I'll have to go on Uber if things don't go as planned. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've seen junkies fight each other on trains. I've seen a scrapping pound bakery over 5p change. I've been lost in the Eccles branch of the range. I know exactly where the cold wind blows, because it's here every fucking day. As bleak as the mother in Iceland who can't pay for a weekly shop because she's had her allowance stopped by those that continue to create a poverty-driven circus and push a universal credit system which is not fit for purpose. That £350 million a week that was supposed to improve so many things, worth less than reduce a clear pack of party rings. I've seen fire and I've seen rain. I've also seen too many people read the fucking Daily Mail and not complain and continue to believe the lies being told by the columnists is selling them fool's gold. I've seen fire and I've seen rain, and at this point I'd like to fuck off to Spain. Cheers, nice one. And that's for fucking 90 days, so now I've got to come back because some dickheads against that sign decided that we can't move to Spain anymore unless we get loads of money. So there we have it. Thanks for doing that. Right, we'll move on. This is another poem, also about Salford. They're not all going to be about Salford, but if anyone's been to a place called Cross Lane, way, I got a cheer. There's a certain McDonald's there, and the area around it was that fucking bad that it got basically slum cleared after the riots in 2011. The copper stands outside family shopper and tells off the kid on his chopper. The pavement's turned dark green. There's an old gig poster stuck to the phone box from 2013. LA Pizza has finally been left in the past. A sad day for food poisoning enthusiasts. The McDonald's can't deal with the kids off for half term. The door handle has its own sulphur germ. The staff try and chase them away but can't dodge the missiles of the trays. Families at the drive-thru look unwary at the scenes inside. A lad in a balaclava is now in his stride. Ronald McDonald is finally being kicked off his throne. It's all kicked off inside the muck war zone because of a 14-year-old wearing a tracksuit from JD Sports and a lack of emotional support. The Deliveroo drivers prepare for their own catch-up D-days. The packets of sauces turn into pepper spray. He finally calms down when he gets his order called. The Filet-O-Fish stops a student from behind the counter getting a scold. There used to be a pub over the road, but it's now a hostel. The Winston is the only fossil left from a previous generation, a Union Jack celebration of the nostalgia of the past. There used to be a market as well, but now there's just smashed glass. Thank you. Right. So this is about, well, fitting actually, because Andy Burnham was present at an event I was at yesterday, and I should have peppered him about how his council allows to sell land off to Manchester City Football Club and City Football Group as well, in basically what is a sports washing exercise to the people of Manchester that deserve much better. So this is dedicated to Manchester City Council and supporters of Manchester City Football Club that don't seem to understand that they're being manipulated and used. The city sold itself out to the UAE. Why don't you invite Sheikh Mansour round for tea? Feed him deals on high-rise flats. Invite over all your favourite fat cats. Richard Leese and Howard Bernstein pretend they're complicit and clean when they've been responsible for the sovereign wealth dream. How to buy a city over the course of 15 years, and no one really cares or has any fears of a city that sold itself on fighting against authority when their sports washing is enjoyed by the majority. Let's do things differently by supporting a state that bombs its neighbours and will sell arms back in return as a favour. Champions Leagues, cheating and fixing the books is all fine when you refuse to look at what the point actually is of all of this. If only Dimitar Berbatov in 2011 just didn't fucking miss the product broadcasters to us online, DAB, digital 24/7, but without a mention of the war crimes taking place in Yemen. Regeneration is not selling land off to your mates at favourable interest rates. Just give us some more affordable housing. Factory studios sponsored by Aviva Insurance is not my idea of arousing. What you're selling is an opportunity to help a community. All that you're buying is just an opportunity to help your fucking selves. Cheers. I'd just like to point to that fucking sign again. It says Manchester, we are all immigrants. Because that's what we're about as a city, and that's what we should be celebrating, not fucking sports washing, because it's a fucking disgrace what's going on. Anyway, Another disgraceful part of Manchester, for different reasons, is a place called Market Street, and not quite as bad as fucking war crimes, but still terrible nonetheless. This is this is about that. I'm not giving you any fucking money to hear you do shit covers with David Gray. Please just move out the fucking way. I'm not gonna buy your shit fucking sweet corn. I don't want to read the MEN. I just came here for some ballpoint pens. I don't want your Cube Live experience. I just want to stick my headphones in and listen to Pure Essence. I don't want your free magazine. Honestly, why do fucking people read those magazines like Market Street? Seriously, who's fucking ever fucking taken one of those? Why is the council giving us a concrete Alhambra? Why has Rochdale moved in and set up its own fucking Ramblers? Piccadilly Gardens, what a fun place. Our very own crack airspace that the council fucking continues to not fucking do anything about. Just fucking there, innit? It's a concrete fucking shithole. Do something about fucking Piccadilly Gardens, honestly, man. It's like, welcome to Manchester. You move out fucking Piccadilly, you come out, and it's fucking shit. It's like, why? It's not even any fucking gardens, it's just smackheads. Right, there's not even an end to that fucking poem. It's just, don't go to Piccadilly Gardens. If anyone is here that is like new to Manchester or is just like visited for the first time, I can't picture stepping off the train at Piccadilly and going, this is the city that I've chosen to stay in for 3 days. I've got a guy over there fucking sniffing whatever. There's another guy just like homeless man approaching you. It's a fucking awful place. And if anyone is here from the council or knows anyone that works there, please get them to sort it out. Cheers. Scott, right. We'll do something a bit lighter. It's not all town planning. Right. This is about falling in love. It's a nice one. I guess you could use the same thing with a football team. I guess it's also a toxic relationship. I thought those nights would never end, but I'd never intend. I'd always wake up the next day, watching Sophie Ridge, crawling to get something out of the fridge. But it all began to slowly fall into place. No more depressive episodes of The Chase. And that kebab shop that I used to hate myself for going into at 3:30 on Bridge Street the last time I was there. Wow, you kissed me. No tongue zone, I want some of your chips. And I can feel that sweet curry sauce pressed up against my lips. Let's come back to mine and forget about the past and watch something on my hooky Chromecast. Now normally people start fucking clapping at this point. And don't fucking clap because you understand the development of a joke. So that doesn't fucking work out. You've heard 4 of my poems now. No, that fucking ended fast. All right. So this is the second part of that poem, and you're not to be surprised to know that she did leave me 2 weeks after that. Dylan's telling me to not think twice, but I'm not alright. Another day spent in bed listening to Damien Rice. Will you be mine in the citrus-sucking sunshine, or are you driving south? Did you not like the master plan of my big mouth, wondering what could have been? As the memories popped up on my phone screen, 2 months ago today, it feels like it was yesterday, but the memories faded to grey, the moments passed. This is not how it ends on the cinema screen. No Motown playing or Al Green. I would have even taken the Mysteries or some royalty-free jazz, but the moments passed. Thanks for me finding out through a radio interview that we are no more. True story. Thanks for me finding out through radio that we are no more. Thanks for starting a mutual friend. Civil war. Turn down the feel good and pull me apart. I'll probably hear one of your shit songs on work, at heart. Take the tacky leather jacket back to Primark with the tags in. And this is the last time I'm going to say, give me back my deluxe CD of urban hymns. Cost me 30 quid that. Well, I guess I'm stood here with a pint in my hand, so it would be fitting to do the one about getting pissed. So if you do have a pint in your hand, raise it in the air. This is dedicated to all the people that like a drink every now and then. I want to get shamefully smashed with you and skim the empty cans over the top of a recycling bin and wake up the next day still tasting cheap gin, and for ages and ages saying that I prefer Airbag to Creep. Let's listen on repeat to the first 2 albums by The Streets, and we'll get smashed over a bottle of vodka and the smallest amount of Sprite, but nothing else matters tonight. And the police have ruined your phone before, but not tonight, because we're in a CD karaoke bar ruining Sting. And it doesn't matter about that fling that was going on before. It's just about us tonight, because we're skint and everything else is the least important thing. Dispersal orders, kebab shop crawlers fritter away as the sod rises. The Spotify queue moves down to no surprises. And for 15 minutes, our Uber driver's life coach. But the realisation kicks in when we approach Langworthy Road and we split the fare. And you battle through that cold Salford air. I take in the last few minutes of our fix as we're stuck at the lights on the A6. Lines drift apart, girls come and go, but nothing ever beats that warm glow of that first pint of the day. And then 6 hours later, slowly starting to sway. Nice one. Right. If anyone, well, that sounds good. If anyone doesn't drink, this is also dedicated to you. This is about the morning after I'm being fucking hungover like I was this morning. Talk to me of staring hardly at my jammer and repeats the phones under the hammer. The tunes of ITV Night Screen and repeats of Mr. Bean. Waking up in someone else's front room and lying about job interviews on Zoom. I'm really ill, mate, can we do a bit later? I just need more time to borrow to watch this documentary about cheese grades. You might like it, it's called How It's Made, but before I could finish the sentence, the screen grade. The problem is, James, you're a good writer, but you just can't be having your name being spoken about like that, because I know you're only a young lad, but you're starting to get a bit of a reputation as a twat. But that doesn't matter, because the chase is on at 4, then we'll just drink more and more and more. And you've scammed yourself a craft beer case. And after that, it doesn't matter that we're watching the chase, because the Dickinson's Real Deal is on at 5, and all of a sudden you're starting to feel a bit more of a buzz and a bit more alive. All of a sudden, a fight breaks out. You break the pool table, you break the pool cue, shamelessly pretending that it wasn't you. But the invoice never comes through the next day, watching ITV2, and I'm lying there on the sofa, hanging out my arse. But the battery dies flat on Radio 5 Live on Adrian Child, so I, despite wanting to stay here and not being able to move off my sofa, have to drag myself out the front door and walk back to Salford, 6 miles. Cheers, nice one. I'm sure Adrian Child is actually a lovely bloke, by the way. But that is dedicated to Adrian Charles and the people of Radio 6 Music. Right, we'll do another one that's also, I guess, dedicated to that in a brief way. It'd be great if I could actually get it up on my phone. Right, this is dedicated, I guess, to feeling a bit disconnected with everyone else. Hey there, 94 plus suggestions were active in the last day. You've not been active since yesterday. Can't connect right now, please hold again for an operator, but there's no one there on the other side. No one there to understand the technical difficulties of my mind. Satellite has been declined, but it's worth staying awake because, as we've discussed before, a season pro at breakups has entered the chat. Zip up your hazmat because there's no going back. I deserve a blue plaque for services to putting up with your Instagram. Your weekend break to Rotterdam looked fucking shit. You like Federal Cafe. We all get it. It's not even that, it's not that good. Seriously, Federal Cafe. Cheers. And honestly, right, every time I walk down Deansgate, I always look, and there's always a queue outside Federal Cafe, and I don't understand what is the attraction of it. It's just posh fry up. You know.
Same at the high street.
Exactly.
It's queuing in the rain.
Queuing in the rain. You know, queuing in the rain. You can go to Salford Precinct. You can have a fry up for 6-7 quid, and it does the job. You know, you don't need to spend 14 quid on avocado or whatever. Right. We'll do another one. This is about it's about reality TV, I guess. I want to be the next violin. I want to be on Love Island with the fast fashion brand deals and the flash alloy wheels. I want 6 million followers on Instagram, selling them diet pills and other scams that made me filthy rich from being Boohoo Man's bitch. It doesn't matter that it's a bit hollow, because I can sit and swallow my new protein shake, flame grilled steak with a slight aftertaste of a lemon that's been squeezed more tight than an episode of Matthew Wright. Let's destroy them online, says Paul and Cleethorpes. Abuse them online until they're a hollow corpse. build up their hollow lives and reduce them to a shell. Let their tabloids make their lives a living hell and divert the attention away from our politicians, give them a more comfortable position by complaining about your favourite reality TV. Matt Hancock is actually really funny because he eats bugs. So let's ignore the COVID deaths and the dodgy contracts and the actual facts that get in the way, because tomorrow morning your watching can't pay will take it away. Cheers. Right, we've got time for a couple more. So this is about the time I was a major security threat at Malaga Airport for going on the tannoy system, which air traffic control did not find amusing. Were you one of those kids who used to turn getting kicked out of class into a spectator sport and embarrassing your entire family over a PA system at an airport? James, he's off again. Are you listening? Don't you dare. As if the 12-year-old me cared. Bing bong, this is your traffic speaking. Air traffic control is freaking, wresting the small plastic microphone away and not liking my humour about a fake delay. Were you one of those kids who used to be told that you were just a bit odd? Always just having trouble following you around, wanting to escape, but eternally being housebound, getting the train to random places just for something to do, finding yourself walking the entirety of Wigan Pier at 1:45 on a Wednesday, and turning your phone off all day and lying to everyone saying it was dead because you've been told you're a bit odd again in the head. 2 blue ticks, but once again, no reply. Maybe I bored them about the Corner Five Guys or something Martin Lewis wrote. You know, you can actually take out meerkat movies and all the rewards that come with it without paying for the quotes. It's a conversation starter that works with every fling. So it's a great thing to have. Alexander and Sergio are also the 2-for-1 gods, but they also probably think that I'm a bit odd for reciting insurance adverts in a poem. Cheers. Right, so we'll do a couple more. This is this is about the time I am, true story, I'm banned from Airbnb because essentially someone decided to leave a very negative review of my my stay in Cadiz. Why do Spanish showers never work? It doesn't turn on properly, it just lurks over me because it's useless. The cold water is ruthless. I'm banned from Airbnb for overusing electricity in an apartment in Cadiz by a virtual job's worth in high vis. Gave me 1-star review all because I didn't have a clue about how to use her shower. The landlord overused her power. The fascist of Jet 2 left a sarcastic review right on cue. Clearly where you live, electricity is free. This is bollocks. Because you didn't listen to me, will not accept again, rude and acts like it's 10. Have to book cheap hotels now instead because I'm not trusted with a single bed. It only cost me €30 for one night, but it wasn't worth me nearly missing my flight. Lola and Eva brought down my reputation like a Labour MP secretly supporting privatisation. Jaden in Perth's glowing report now doesn't suffice because me forgetting to turn off the light has left me on thin ice. The glory days of one night stands are no more because I have to hand my key card in before 4:30. The gloom of an Novotel reception doesn't quite give me the same erection. Cheers. Right. We'll do one more. This is dedicated again to the people of Salford. Also, I mean, we've got a few in here. Students, I can see you over there that are at Salford Uni. This is dedicated to the people that never pay on the 50 bus and then get kicked off and get their IDs taken off them. So this is dedicated to the Stagecoach Network and the B Network. You can either fucking pay now or get off. The bus driver again is shouting through his smoker's cough at the students, abusing their ID cards on the way into town. Even upstairs you can hear his frown on the way past Old Pint Pot. His brain has a blood clot at the lads putting him to the test, bankrupting in Stagecoach and going northwest for not paying £2 to get on. He's too old to fall for this con. Been running this service since the dawn of time. Started his career at GM Buses but left on a free, a journeyman of the Manchester bus scene. A one-man club at Stagecoach ever since means he knows how to avoid getting rinsed. The humiliation means they now have to actually care because they have to walk to St Peter's Square. Past the commuters who they've held up, the driver celebrates like he's won the FA Cup, giving him a V-flick and a beep of his horn just to clarify his deep level of scorn. Finally, someone is listening to him at last because he's removing the demons from his childhood to try and get rid of his tenuous past. Cheers, nice one. And I'd just like to point to that sign again. It says, "We are all immigrants," because this is what Manchester's about, and that's what we should be celebrating, and that's what I'm proud about being Mancunian the most. It's not fucking sports washing. It's not the Tory conference being in Manchester. It's about fucking that. So if you're going to take anything from today, it's that fucking sign. Cheers.